as Allen reaches to take a very clever mark. Great mark, terrific mark by Allen, wasn't it?
I've always been an Eagles supporter. Growing up, my favourite player, believe it or not, was Mark Lecrackers. We both played for Whitford's Junior Football Club. We both played for West Perth. We were both pretty short on the field and we both had blonde hair, so he was someone that I always looked up to as a player. And then coming and meeting him at the club was a really, really big experience for me. After draft night, it was a little bit overwhelming. I was fortunate enough to fly to Sydney and be there for the draft, and obviously with the draft you don't know where I'm going to go, so I'd half packed my bags. So coming home, unpacking all my bags, seeing all my family and friends, and growing up as a lifelong Eagles supporter, it was a real dream come true, and it wasn't something which I was expecting whatsoever. Coming to the club with an injury was quite a tough thing. I remember all the other first years on the first day running off and joining in drills, and myself having to stand on the side and then leave training early to go to the weights room in the gym. Spending most of my first few weeks of the club there was a pretty hard thing. I was pretty fortunate that when I got to the gym, the first two people I met were Nick, Nat and JK, because they were both in the gym recovering from their injuries. So they definitely gave me a bit of perspective as to if this is what I want to do with my life, I'm going to have to grit my teeth and get through these hardships. And I think it's been a real benefit for me. It's allowed me to put on some weight and develop parts of my body which I needed to if I was to play some AFL football. So in hindsight, it's definitely been a good thing for my progression.
From the very start, Oscar, he impressed not only the coaches but the playing group with his work ethic. In there with guys like Josh Kennedy and Eric McKenzie, and he had leaders who have been around a while saying, "Oh, this boy, he knows how to work," you know. So he pushed himself. So he earned some credit points there early.
Now he's back playing. We trained him up with the backs. We'll swing him a little bit when we need to, but we see really good attributes as a defender, and he'll carry that in the forward line as well.
There's a lot to be really positive about with Oscar. He competes hard. He's playing down back at the moment, but we see he's got the ability to be able to go forward at some stage. But we'll get him to master his craft as a defender, and then look to progress him as the season goes on.
Playing a lot of my junior footy, I played forward and back, and it was only really last year in the 18 side where Peter Sumich locked me as a key forward for the year. So it's something where I had played back before, and it was something where Simo thought there was a bit of an opportunity for me to develop my game a little bit, and I think one of my best strengths is my versatility, so I was more than willing to go down back and provide a helping hand, and I may go forward. I'm still really young in terms of my football age, so I'm just looking forward to helping out and contributing out in the field soon.